A man will lie. He will lie, and let me tell you something. He will lie. A man will lie, and he will have you believing that. Sorry, excuse me. A man will lie and have you believing that I know. Like, this is what I want to say. I know sometimes it be our fault, but a man will lie, and he will literally make a woman believe that there's a reality with her and him in it. And he will do this for his own ego. He will do this for all the selfishness. He will do this because he's a narcissist. He will do this for many reasons. And I was watching an interview with Lotto, and she was talking about how 21 Savage and her have a love that she wish other people would have. But it's clearly she's delusional, right? Because if he loved you, he wouldn't have you in a three-on war, have you to be the third baby mama, and well, supposedly not marry you. It don't even matter. A man that loves you wouldn't have you out here fitting for your life. Be the only one talking about your relationship with him, and you couldn't even basically outright say you was with him in the beginning. It was just like, it was like very hit and miss. And this is one thing I'm going to say that I learned from myself. A man will have you believing in a reality that is not true, and you will, as a woman, truly believe that it's real, that everything will align. It will seem like it's so real that it will have you out here looking crazy and out here looking stupid, defending him or defending the love that you believe that you have. I've been there. That's why I'm saying it now, because it's really sad that a man will really do this. And so I think that's why God says, that marriage is very important, and even an institution, because when a man take, that's how you have to know. That's why it's so important when we start looking at these things. When a man marries you, or when a man makes a commitment, and I'm not saying like people's like, well, people marry people all the time and don't work out. I'm not talking about that. But when a man puts you before God, he keeps God first. In institutional, it's an institution between him and God, and he covers you under God. That's why it's good to have a man. It doesn't even matter at this point. It's good to have a man that chases God more than you. It's good to have a man that puts God first, that has faith, and the faith is subsequent, is actually tested and refined. There's no other way to understand. There's no other way to have it than under God these days. It only makes sense. Like, if it ain't coming with God with it, and he ain't truly about his faith walking and where he's supposed to be walking, I don't want it. Because a man will tell you anything. A man will literally probably believe he love you and still be lying to you. Like, it's just like, you got to know as a woman to put yourself first, and really have standards and morals, and integrity. This is what it just comes down to. Like, because a man will have you believing that it's you and him forever, and it's not. He has no intentions on loving you. He has none. And I'm saying from experience, because I didn't know any better. And a man will put a spell on you. Now, this is what I want to say. A man will literally put a love spell on you. I've had a man put a love spell on me. Literally. A man will put you in a love spell. It's called witchcraft. That means manipulation, gaslighting, and a lot of other things, and have you believing that he really love you, even if you didn't even want it. It could be like you didn't even think this man was attractive at first, or you wasn't even attracted to him. You didn't even know what's going on. Like, it's just like men want to conquer women. And at first, I didn't want to join in on conversations like that, but it's kind of true. A man wants to conquer a woman. A certain man wants to conquer a woman. We need to leave them type of men alone and focus on the men who really want to give a woman clarity and provide a safe space for her. Because there's men like that out there too. Not all men are bad men, and I'm not coming on here to bash any man, but I've had a long drawn out process from 2:30 this morning until right now, when I've been talking to God several times about this instance where this man did a spell on me. He did a spell on me. And will have you out here looking, chasing him, thinking you love him, thinking he the one, and everything, when he's not. And he didn't have no. It was about conquering you, and it was about the light that he saw within you that he did not have for himself. And this man has a family. And a man will he will manipulate you. He will have you thinking. Even like it can be as much as exhausting your nervous system. In my case, like, dude, what is this about? Like, and then all of a sudden we ain't around no more. It's just like, where did you go? Like, oh my God, maybe I do care about you. Maybe I just didn't recognize how much I loved you when you were around. That's not true. What it was he was tiring out your nervous system, lying to you, exhausting you to the point point where now it's just like it's almost like a cat and mouse thing. Like it's just like, okay, I didn't even know I was in that. A whole spiritual warfare had me thinking that it was more than what it was, when it was never that. It was just the fact that he couldn't handle who I was, so he manipulated me to get to my level so I could like him. And that's why a lot of men do. A lot of men do this. Like they know that that the kind of woman that you are, you're not worthy. That they're not worthy. Excuse me. They're not worthy, or they don't see themselves on the same level as you. So they manipulate you so you can love them, or they literally, in witchcraft, a manipulation tactic is sex before marriage. That's another one that a man will do. A man will do that, literally will lie to you, make you seem, and just to get you in the bed, to conquer you, and then you be out here. You got to be a certain type of caliber woman, because it happened to me. It can happen to anybody, like literally. We be wondering. I just feel like we just need to have a little bit more softness towards these women that this stuff happens to, especially with lotto and stuff. Even though it's just because they will have you big headed, thinking that it's delusion. It's delusional. But you really believe that because this man and told you certain things. He had made you feel certain ways. He had wooed you up. It's called love bombing. That's what happens. They love bomb you, but a man that loves you will clearly protect you and give you clarity. So you have to know the difference. And so I've been traumatized before. I had a narcissistic mother. So being seen and chosen by a man, like the type of pressure a man applying pressure on you, like nobody could. Every woman wants a man that will apply pressure on her, like make you feel like, damn, like this man, he's like he out here, like that's what happened to me. Man applying pressure, knowing dang well he ain't had no business doing that. Applying pressure, making you feel seen and chosen, but it wasn't about me. It was about him. Right? Because if he actually had some care or respect for me, he wouldn't have done that, because he knew he had no business doing that. Not only that, he didn't have the capacity to hold me anyway, to love me anyway. He just didn't want me to go and do that with someone else. That's really what it be about. They don't want you to be out here with somebody else doing it. I'm sorry, my light. I'm sorry. I hope it don't blind nobody. But yeah, they don't want you to be out here with nobody else. They don't want you to be they don't want you to have no one else, or they don't want no one else loving you. And they want you for themselves, so they conquer you, so you won't go out and find your husband or find a man that's really meant for you. It hurts accepting the reality that a man like literally has that like will make you believe that he loves you, but in every song he clearly says, I will mess with, like, if you do me dirty, I'll sleep with your friends and do it. Like that type of man you don't want in your life. And she really believes she has love, but it's not love. It's actually infatuation, and it's lust. You understand? And so once you realize that a man don't actually mess with you like that, and he actually don't really love you like that, it was just about his ego. And sometimes it's hard for them to be a man too. So it's just like, especially if they don't see, especially if whatever. In my case, he had everything. This man lived behind a gated community. He had a family. He graduated. He had so many things going for himself. So during the time when I met him, I'm like, why you so gun ho about me? Like, why can't I be out here being a fly young thing? Like, why I can't be out here doing that? Why are you all in my business? Like, because it was about, he never experienced a woman like me before, or what. Some men are not happy with the choices they made. That ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying whatever he believed, or maybe he wasn't happy or whatever. This man would not leave me alone, and it was because men make decisions in their lives based on how they feel about themselves at the time. And and a woman who they're with at the time, men choose a woman who they're much emotionally with at the time, not the one that they choose to grow with. That's what the father told me. So when they see a woman that is her growth is exponential without him, it's a problem. And some men really feel like they need to humble you because they feel like they missed out by choosing something they didn't want, but because they chose at the time, or whatever the case is. It really don't matter. Just know that these men be out here trying to humble women for real, and make sure you just stay in reality, because men are out here selling realities and women are buying them, and it's actually very dangerous. God keep us